open-minded
Wasn't
shower.
sure on.
Whoa.
Pretty miserable day up here in northern Maine.
One of the
Shout out to
and
the open-minded
I
community.
don't remember the last time it was rainy and foggy and snowy and
I can't remember the
slushy
last
and
time that we have not had
miserably
snow
wet.
this late in November.
So,
Do you remember?
like,
Claude's a
it's
little
been a
older
little
than me.
while. It's been a little while. Beginning of
Years.
2000, like
I
2000,
was gonna say it's
2001,
been a
2,
long
3.
time.
It was in December until like middle of December
We
before we
didn't
got
have
snow and stuff.
like solid snow, which yeah. But anyway, we're checking out some more music from the
Taking that
Killah
rocket
Priest
to Nebula.
album. We had a request just like less than an hour ago to do the rest of the album, so we're gonna do Bob Ross. This is Bob Ross. This song, and this is a shorter one, 2.5 minutes. But
I dabbled in the Bob Ross method of painting there for a while.
Yeah.
And it's
we've exposed
really
some of Claude's
fun.
art on our channel. His mountain drawing, his
with
mountain
some practice, anyone can do it. Like Bob Ross says, you can.
Yeah.
And he was just
True. You gotta expand your mind.
positive
That's something
motivator.
you want to
know
go
what I mean?
for.
Bob Ross.
The
Like,
paint.
he's
Oh
just
yeah.
like, you can do it. Like,
Yeah, I
he's
was
like,
on my Bob
people
Ross
tell me
kick.
that they're colorblind and they can't paint. And he's like,
been a
watch this
minute,
painting,
but-
and he does like a gray and black
Yeah.
landscape painting that just
It's amazing
blows
just to
your mind.
watch him do something in 20 minutes. Rest in peace. You know.
Oh, definitely. Rest in
So
peace.
let's check this song out. Yeah. Like those two songs we did the other day, in Secret Anticipation, and what was the other one?
60 triangles.
That's all we had to say. Amazing.
My life is a transition. Something wonderful is unfolding within my writtens. Inside my space book, the Jesus, Jedi, the unknown, God's chromosome. Beautiful color tone, cover my bones. The sky color of red dye. Beneath the ascension solar system. From supernovas I roll into this existence. Unfolded, vibrated out of light. But icy shadows gave me my pigment. My flesh is tinted, opium scented. No religion, I wrote the sentence. I'm true and living. The summer ghost in a yellow coat. I watch the sky crack like an egg. The clouds spread out like the whites, the sun was the yolk. Liquid sunshine, wishful dreams. Missing pastime, I fed the fish in the stream. That's where I met her. Met her, net to met her. Before the ancestors came to get her. From a pillar of smoke she spoke. My humble posture stood by the willow oak. She said, Killah, you won't stay woke. We spoke all night till day broke. It's like I spoke to Gabriel. Or hundreds of angels. Standing at the top of the trail was a great horned owl. Storm clouds and calm down. It's late afternoon in the woods where there's...
Dude, his songs are like a fucking movie. This is like a movie. Like you're listening to a movie. Because it's like very piano, simplistic. And then he's just talking, rhyming. But
Yeah.
then the fucking elements of that
His
bass that
thought
come
and
in. Like,
voice
do-do.
is
And then the fucking... these strings and like... It's just...
Bob Ross. I mean, he's definitely
He
painting
is.
a picture. You know what I mean?
On that
Of
astral
himself.
plane of Rakim, K. Reno.
Yeah.
Yeah, Killah Priest is there.
Like Deltron 3030.
Deltron 3030 is there. It's
But I mean, this dude is on his own level. Like,
yeah, everyone's on their own level, but they all have that similarities to that like stratospheric MC
I want to get to that.
type
Like,
shit.
how do you get to that level? Like, how do you
This
do
is
that?
amazing.
Like,
And it's always a story. It's like, this story. It's like when I listen to like Killah Priest, it's like scrolls of like a story that was written a long ass time ago.
right?
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
like he's got
He's telling like these ancient fables, but it's like
the
modern day
Akashic
style.
records memorized or something.
bears and wolves. It's rare, but oh yeah, without a care, I'm good. The freelancer in the flatlands. I need answers, don't tap dance. More enhanced black man in the daylight quarterling. We never seen the meadows in the marshlands. Ta-da, I make my art stand with a harp in hand. Imagination, parades with a marching band. All started from rapping at park jams. It's funny. Sometimes I think it's all part of a plan. The ghetto never seen the evergreen. Long fields of rain over Perry's, open country, floating ferries. Find dandelions and sleep in. Emotions are heavy. Right here is where you vision a patch of berries. These are Bob Ross thoughts. But my paintbrush is how I came up. It was gang stuff, stick ups, cocaine rush. Hopping the trains and the bus. Hold up, let me explain. I never thought King Tut was the same as us. Never puffed dust, maybe once. Never slang much, but the football game was tough. Mr. Rogers' neighborhood was in the Mr. Robbers on gates and hoods. Deep thoughts, unknown source.
See, that's what they mean by music can transport you to another place. It's shit like that. It's music like that.
That,
It's
I
fucking.
mean,
That is just the most mind expanding. It's just.
I'm trying to
love it.
envision,
Love it
like,
so
where
much.
would I go to see somebody
He is
rap
such
like
a
that?
cool dude.
Where do you go for a live performance of that? You know what I mean?
Like,
Like,
see
where,
Killah Priest live.
he does show like he would
He
do Bob
must.
Ross live, like.
Wouldn't that be amazing if you did this whole album and you're just standing there
Yeah.
like, oh my god,
I'd get on the rocket to Nebula. I'd buy a ticket
It's
to
like-
ride.
LSD knowledge hit you in the forehead. It's like through your head, but it's at the same time it's, I don't know, it's just reality. It's history. It's
It's what life was meant to be, kind of like, you know, like.
fucking, oh, it's so cool. You don't hear, and it's always like these underrated
Like
dudes
the world would go
that are always speaking
would
like
go
the true
shit
truth.
house if it wasn't for artists like this.
I know.
Putting out, and like, I don't know how
We
much
need
more
artists
the
like
world
this.
can take without touring bands and touring artists.
Right. The live show
Bringing-
thing. I
bringing-
think a lot of bands have plans for next year for that. Whenever
hope
they
you
can
can.
make it accessible.
2021
And
might be a
safe.
repeat.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no end in sight.
You gotta take like
There's a vaccine. No, there isn't. No, there isn't.
it keeps springing up like crazy.
Oh, they're still testing it.
COVID keeps springing
but
up like crazy.
they're
up
pretty
there.
sure it works. No,
Yeah.
it doesn't.
Yeah.
But maybe it does.
Right. They have to just keep testing or whatever, however they're doing it, just to figure out what's the best shit. You know.
It's pretty crazy because like one of
It
the
is, it's
companies
nuts.
was like RNA and DNA are like, you know, like the RNA is like the functionative part of DNA or
Okay.
or holds strands of DNA together, and they're developing RNA of COVID-19,
Oh wow.
but so it doesn't have the genetic structure of COVID-19. It's
Yeah.
just got the RNA thing. So your immune system's going to turn on, attack that, kill it, and then know how to
Oh wow.
dismantle the virus inside of you.
That's pretty fucking amazing. If they can pull that shit
That's
off.
just like a dumbed down version of what they said on the news.
But
one
if they
day.
can pull that off, like, that'd be amazing. Yeah.
yeah, like just
In such a short period of
science is
time,
so
really.
cool.
Compared to like historical events, the time that these companies are developing these these different prototypes of this vaccine. It's a very short period of time though. Compared to
dangerous.
things in history, it's taken
Yeah,
longer in
I mean,
history probably.
I remember back in like
technology
June or July,
wasn't like it is now, obviously.
President Trump was like, "Oh, there's going to be a vaccine by the end of the year," and everybody was like, "That's impossible."
Everyone was hating on it.
It takes years
guess
to
what?
mass
He
that
called
kind of
that shit. Yeah.
medicine, and they're talking about it now because
Yeah.
I don't know.
He
why.
called it.
Like-
for sure.
He called it, but he knew he was.
He
He
just
was,
knew.
he was talking to. He was talking
He
to
already,
the.
he knew ahead of time that
and-
months from
and
now
he,
something's
you
gonna
know,
happen.
he
Yeah.
put his head
Working
in the
with people,
grapevine
yeah.
and was like, all right, yeah, there's people we're gonna have it, you know. Is it gonna be perfect at the end of the year? No, but we're gonna have
Keep
a clear
working on
road to,
A blueprint for it,
you know, put preventative
Yeah.
measures in place where we don't need to.
something to work on.
It gets dangerous when, like, you know, the whole conspiracy theory of, oh, this is a virus that was put out and then they're going to make a vaccine to it and everybody's going to buy it, so they're going to make shit tons of money, and then the next
Right.
virus that comes out, they're going to have to develop a vaccine, we're all going to have to buy it.
So much shit
And-
show side stories, and
It's like,
you don't know
we're being held
what
hostage.
the fuck to believe.
We're
Yeah,
being held
at some
hostage
point.
by the vaccine makers.
Right.
And how long can that Is it true?
I,
God
I,
only
I
knows.
don't. I believe anything's possible, and
Yeah.
that being a cycle of just a way for these corporations to make money, I don't fucking
I
doubt
mean, you're
that
told
shit
that
at
and you're
all.
like, oh, bullshit.
I don't doubt
But then when
anything,
it comes true, you know,
unless
you're
unless
probably
it
pants down.
it,
Like,
it is found to be untrue. I don't. I have, yeah, I have faith in anything is possible. So
but if you just write it off and then it becomes true, you know, you're not prepared. You're not ready.
yeah,
Which is why, you know,
yeah,
the president has people working that goes out and asks these research companies
they
and,
have to.
you know,
No matter who's in there, like they have to fucking do
epidemiology
something, man.
centers.
Yeah,
Like, what do you know about this?
Yeah.
Just like, oh my God, there's a breathing virus that's killing everybody, and we don't have enough respirators. Like Ford Motor Company, they stepped up and stopped vehicle production and started respirator
they have
production.
to. Yeah,
Some companies, the president had to shut them down and force them to make respirators, so that we had enough respirators.
yeah, they don't want to dip into
And they're like,
profits.
"Oh, the president was unprepared." No,
The fucking country,
the world was unprepared.
these companies,
the world,
yeah, the world for sure
was not ready for this.
Yeah. Damn.
And then where need to be,
Facts.
the president stepped in, got it going, and kept, you know.
Remember the first reaction we did was COVID Mansion when this shit really hit,
Yeah.
when it really hit
Hobson, yeah.
the end of
Yeah.
April. That was such a cool, because that was such a creative thing to
He's
do
like-
in such a shitstorm pinnacle moment.
I don't know who
in
the
history
fuck
like
ate
that.
the animal that had COVID-19, but it must have been delicious.
Yeah. This shit's fucking ridiculous. Can't be with my son and my sibling. I fucking memorized good chunks of that song, but
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
shout out, man. Killah Priest. Opening minds, making discussions happen among just common people, you know, and you gotta, yeah, you have to make those actions, you have to have those logical discussions to
Yeah.
make change happen.
And there's got to be, like, it's got to be an emotion where, you know, like, there's anger, there's happiness, but also there's, you know, vigilance. It has to be an emotion. Like, you got to, like,
Yeah.
look and see, you know, but
You
be
have to
scared,
have-
be whatever, you know, you can
Yeah.
hold all emotions going at once without becoming reactive and
Right.
retaliatory.
Have common sense,
And-
be respectful, have dignity. Yeah, just it's basically coming down to just be a good person and do the right thing, you know. And if you're motivated to do certain things, then take those steps to make those changes. And
Yeah.
that's peace, everyone.
Oh yeah. Also, last night, Kay Reno, he spoke on about he did a live
Yeah, he puts a lot of videos
thing about
on his
depression,
channel. Yeah.
and how to, you know, just doing random
Shout
acts
out
of
Kay Reno,
kindness to
man.
people. And it was a little thumbnail thing. It came up on my phone. I clicked into it, and like he was speaking such wisdom, such
Check his channel out, The
open-minded,
Real Kay
you know,
Reno.
how
It's
to
his
how to make
channel.
yourself smile by doing good things for other
Yeah,
people.
just
and
yeah.
you know, small acts build up to something great,
Yeah.
which is, you know, worldwide positivity instead of, like, I mean, there's
Hatred.
wars fighting right now. There's people
Yeah, I mean, constantly.
fighting
When's
a
it
war
when's it
somewhere.
never end? Yeah. It's always going on in multiple areas in the world.
And we were
For
gearing
sure.
up here for a while.
Yeah.
At least what, you know, people wanted us to believe.
We're going off. Peace, everyone. Take care till next time.
Take
We
care
will
of
be
each
back.
other.
Have discussions. Stay open-minded. Stay safe. There you go. Battery's about to die. Hit that X again. Corner.
Boom. And see ya.